Let's begin with something that shouldn't be radical, but often is. You are allowed to change. Not because you're broken, not because something's wrong with you, but because evolution is your birthright. And if you're watching this, chances are you're already on that threshold. You're already feeling it, that whisper of a new identity calling you forward, that quiet discomfort with your current role in life, the sense that maybe, just maybe, the version of you've been isn't the whole truth. Identity change is often misunderstood. People think it's about pretending or performing, putting on a new personality like a costume. But it's not performance, it's recalibration. The oak tree doesn't reject the acorn, it grows beyond it. You're not discarding your past self, you're expanding beyond what your self could imagine. The real shift begins when you stop asking, how do I get what I want? And instead ask, who must I become to naturally attract what I desire? That question will change your life.
And it's not just a mindset thing. It's multidimensional. Identity isn't just in your thoughts, it's in your emotions, your body, your language, your behaviors, your energy. We're talking about full system rewiring. That's why vision boards and affirmations can feel ineffective. They're surface level tactics trying to decorate a house built on an old scaffolding. Look around at your life. The patterns, the financial ceilings, the kind of relationships you attract. They're not random, they're mirrors. Reflections of the story you're telling yourself about who you are. Neville Goddard, one of the most powerful teachers in conscious reality creation, said, "Change your conception of yourself, and you will automatically change the world in which you live." Not change your hustle or visualize harder. Change your self-concept. Your world isn't a machine, it's a mirror. You don't pull levers, you shift, and the world reflects that shift.
And let's be honest, it's not always smooth. Change can be messy. Identity transformation often feels more like falling apart than leveling up. You might feel disorientated, like you're no longer the old you, but not yet the new one either. You'll face resistance internally from your subconscious, trying to keep you safe, externally from people who are invested in your old role. But here's what you really need to remember. Resistance isn't a red light, it's a recalibration. You're dissolving survival patterns to make space for expansion. And it's emotional, it's spiritual, it's cellular. So when things start to get a bit weird or wobbly, don't panic. You're not falling, you're not failing, you are reforming.
Let's talk about embodiment, because that's the difference between pretending and becoming. This isn't fake it till you make it. It's be it until it feels inevitable. Ask yourself, if I were already that version of me, the confident speaker, the abundant entrepreneur, the loved and loving partner, how would I think? How would I move? How would I decide? Then live that. Not once, not when it's convenient, daily, privately, relentlessly. Your identity reveals itself in micro choices. What you say yes to, what you tolerate, how you respond to setbacks, how you speak to yourself in the mirror. That's the real work. And it adds up. Compound interest. Small aligned decisions made consistently can completely reshape who you are.
And let's not forget the story you're telling. So much of what we call identity is just an unexamined narrative. It was given to you by parents, teachers, culture, even off family marks that stuck. You're shy, you're not leadership material, money doesn't grow on trees. But here's the truth, you're not fixed. You're familiar. Your current self feels real, not because it's your essence, but because it's been rehearsed years. But you get to edit the script. You get to choose a new character, one who was always there, just waiting for permission to come forward. So give yourself that permission. You don't need credentials. You don't need to suffer for it. You just have to be willing. Willing to let go of the old story. Willing to feel awkward in the becoming. Willing to be seen in your power, even if it makes others uncomfortable.
You might be tested, not because the universe is cruel, but because your subconscious wants to go back to the familiar. You'll get midnight texts from your old identity. Hey, remember how cozy limitation felt? Don't respond. Those moments, the resistance, the plateaus, the emotional storms, they aren't evidence you're off track. They're signs you're in transition. Like the chrysalis phase, the caterpillar dissolves before it becomes a butterfly. You're allowed to dissolve too. It's part of becoming. And here's something radical. You're allowed to feel worthy before the external proof arrives. You don't have to wait for the job, the partner, the income to show up first. Feel it now. Because when you become the one who already has it, life starts to reflect that identity back.
Let's land this with clarity. You don't need to become someone else. You need to become someone more you. The you beneath the programming, the essence that existed before the world told you who to be. You're not building something artificial, you're remembering. Remembering your power, your possibility, your permission to take up space in this world as someone whole, worthy, magnetic. You don't need a final sign. And if you do, this is it. Choose boldly, not someday, but now, because your next level isn't out there, it's inside, waiting for you to say yes.
So ask yourself, who will I decide to be today? And then, be it. And if you're ready to go deeper, subscribe, not for fluff or for hype, but for grounded insight on conscious transformation and creative power. We're building a community of people who are rewriting their stories from the inside out.
Leave a comment and let us know what identity you're stepping into. Declaring it publicly can be a powerful first move. And if this resonated, share it. Someone in your circle is waiting for this exact message. So until next time, think differently, dream boldly, and create consciously.